Hey there everyone, it's Laurel here with another Ready, Set, Stamp with LLC collaboration video. It's our monthly collaboration with myself, Laura Sturks, and Catherine Pooler. We take the same product from a specific manufacturer and we all create projects using the same product, so it's always fun to see what we create. Now, Catherine and Laura's videos are linked in the description below. There are 3 prizes available with this collaboration this time. We are using the fabulous Ellen Hutson. We're using 3 products from Ellen Hutson, and she has generously offered up 3 $25 prizes for you all. So what you have to do to win that prize is to make sure you comment on all 3 of our videos, on our YouTube videos, because that's where the 3 winners will be chosen. You have to comment on all 3 videos in order to be eligible to win. So let's get on to the project, and this is what I'm going to be making in today's video. And by the way, yes, I'm sitting on the floor in my closet. It's my new little secret place where I can do my video voiceover. It's quite comfy. All right, so these are the 3 products that we're going to be working with from Ellen Hutson. The Wild Garden Flower Dies, the Zipper Panel Die, and the Bouquet Dots stamp set. So what I'm going to do here is take some of these plastic sheets, also by Ellen Hutson. These are great for clear cardstock, shaker cards, and in this instance, I'm going to use it to create a stencil. So I'm taking some of those flower dies and I'm laying them on a piece of plastic I cut to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I'm going to run that through my die cutting machine. And when you're done, you're left with the negative space and also with these little individual flower die cuts, which I'm going to be using today as a mask. So I'm just taking my little pokey tool and poking out all the little insides of the flowers. And then I've got a piece of watercolor cardstock here that I've laid the plastic flowers on, as you can see. And I'm going to be using some Ken Oliver color bursts. And anytime I use color bursts, I work inside a shoebox to contain all the powder. This is a perfect pearls powder mist. I'm going to go ahead and spray the mess out of my watercolor cardstock. I'm going to use 3 colors today. This is Merlot. And I'm just kind of tapping on the colors. And right now, Ken Oliver has 12 colors available, but I do believe there are going to be 12 more coming out soon. So this was Merlot first. I'm going to go in with yellow, I don't know how to pronounce these names, Orcray. Don't judge me by my pronunciation of these names. All right, so I'm just squeezing some of the yellow out. And then I'm going to take the Perfect Pearls and I'm going to spray it and kind of blend it all together. Use any colors you want. I wanted a very deep kind of fallish color look. I decided there was a little bit too much of that maroon. So I'm going to take the alizarin crimson, I think is how you could say it, which is a nice bright red. And I'm going to add a little bit more of that bright red into the onto the piece here. And then I'll spray it and blend it out. Or you can leave it how it is. It's really whatever you want. I just wanted to get some of that bright red mixed with that Merlot, combined with the yellow for that nice fall look, even though it's winter. But I'm in Florida, so we really don't get much of a winter. Now I'm taking a cloth and I'm dabbing it, and yay, the little plastic pieces came off on my towel, so I was able to remove them without getting my fingers all dirty. And then, as you can see, you got some of that shine from that Perfect Pearls, and you've got those flower from the masks. We've got those flower shapes. So now it's time to incorporate the bouquet dots. So I decided to use this little cluster of dots here. I'm going to stamp it with some Onyx Black pigment ink. Now pigment ink does stay wet longer, so don't, wipe your hand across the ink or you're going to smudge it. I'm going to zap this with my heat tool before I move on any further, just to be sure I don't smudge it. Then it's time to use the Zipper Panel die. This is a very unique die set. I encourage you to check out. Julie did a couple of videos using the Zipper Panel die itself. I'm going to actually use one of the words from the die for today. I didn't have a black sparkly cardstock, so I decided to make my own. So I took some Versamark ink and I smushed it down onto some white cardstock. This is some scratch paper. And I'm just putting on some of this black embossing powder here. It's got a little bit of sparkle in it. And I'm just making my own. Anytime I use black embossing powder, man, it makes a mess. I don't know what it is about the black embossing powder with me. I don't make a mess with any of my other colors. But anyway, so I'm making my own black sparkle and paper here. So I love watching it melt. Isn't it pretty? Whee! All right, so now it's good. It's melted. I've got my own shiny piece of specialty paper. We'll call it specialty paper. So this is some Ken Oliver Stick It. I love this with some dies. You know those intricate dies that you have that are just hard to glue down? Get yourself some Stick It. They come in different sizes. I'm using the smaller sheet here. There's sticky sides on both sides of the Stick It. So I removed the backing paper. I pressed it down onto my cardstock on the back side of my paper. cutting off all the excess. So I'm going to flip it over. My stick-it's on the back side of that paper. I'm going to put my die down. It says Celebrate. Run it through my die cutting machine and peel it up. And then the backing paper is now on the back side of your die, if that makes sense. So take your pokey tool or whatever, poke out your die, peel off the lining paper from the back, and your whole die has got all that adhesive down on it. So none of this, trying to take a glue runner or trying to take some wet glue, and none of that. This is awesome. Another cool thing about Stick-It is it's not permanent until you press it into place. It is removable, repositional rather. So you can move it around until you get where you want it to be. When you press it down, that's when it becomes permanent, which I think is pretty stinking cool. So I took a wet paper towel and kind of dabbed off some area around the Celebrate to make sure that the Celebrate really popped from that busy background. I'm going to adhere this down to a black card base, and we are done. Oh, no, we're not. We're going to round the corners. Then we're done, promise. So, I think this is a real fun card. Make it with whatever colors you want. I just wanted this deep reddish, fallish look for some reason. And that's it. So thank you so much for joining us with the... What month is this? This is January. The January monthly installment of Ready, Set, Stamp with LLC. This month we're using the fabulous Ellen Hutson. Now be sure to comment on all the YouTube videos, all 3 of us, because that's where we're going to choose the 3 prizes. You could win a $25 gift certificate to the Ellen Hutson store. And with CHA coming up, this is a great time to go shopping because there's going to be all kinds of new stuff in the store. Just saying. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's time for me to get up off the closet and see what my kids are doing. Have a great day.